Good evening. Thank you, boo. I have been teaching in Baltimore City schools for 14 years. And in that time, I have learned that patience is a virtue. I have learned that students do not hold grudges. We do. I have learned that my smile can change the mood of the room. This year, I learned that self-care and self-love is so important. Let me take you back to the beginning this summer. At my school, the wonderful Liberty Elementary School, we have a summer enrichment program where we get a chance to work with kids that possibly be in our class for the next upcoming school year, but at least in our grade. Every year I help my principal out with this, and every year is a wonderful experience. This summer, a little boy came into my room around yay high, fade, blonde streak, and these glasses. And he just seemed like he was the coolest kid on earth. So I sat back and I watched him for a while. And as I got to get to know him, he was cool. He's witty, he's intelligent, just an overall wonderful spirit. My principal, Mr. Manko, has this thing that he does. He scouts. So every once in a while he'll come around like, do you see anybody who might be a great fit for Liberty? And I would say, Mr. Weish. I called him Mr. Weish because I had another Khalil in my class, so I had a Mr. Berry and a Mr. Weish. He said, okay. Problem was, Khalil was not a Baltimore City public school student. He was a Baltimore County school student. And as we know the rumor, county's supposed to be better. But I said, we can do this, we can do this. So one day I'm there, and all the staff knew how I fell in love with this boy. And they come running to me because I'm in the cafeteria helping with lunch. And they say, his mom's here, his mom here. So I run, I go see her, I miss her. Damn, I'm gonna get this kid in my class. A couple days pass, this lady walks up to me and I look at her and I say, I know exactly who you are because you look just like your son Khalil. And she says, I know exactly who you are because my son talks about you all the time. That summer, she enrolled him into Liberty Elementary School, and I went into the office. I said, Mr. Manko, I don't care what you do, but he in my class. He is mine. Another fourth grade teacher like, no, I love him. Don't boobs. He is mine. He became mine. In the beginning of the school year, Khalil, his father, and his mom came up to school, and Dad had never met me. So when Khalil walks into the class, I'm like, Khalil, yes, I got you. You in my class. And his dad said, I feel at ease now, because I wasn't sure if I wanted my son to come to an inner city, Baltimore City school. But seeing you and knowing how much he talked about you is a fit. Perfect. The school year goes along. He's in my class. I'm on track for a great school year. In October, my mentor dies. This woman was the matriarch of the building. In the 14 years that I've been at Liberty, this woman has taught me how to be a strong black woman in Baltimore City Public Schools. She taught me how to be the building representative for the union. She taught me how to be the hospitality manager. She taught me how to calm down when parents get on my nerves and I can't say the words that I want to say to them when I want to say it, because I will say it. When I first started, I was young, so I did say it. She used to grab me by my collar and say, calm down. There was a cloud over my head, but I kept going. The moment I found out that she passed away, I was in school teaching. I got up from my desk and I walked outside. I grabbed another coworker. We went down to the end of the hallway and I wept. I didn't cry too hard because I'm strong. My principal came by, I told him, he sat down, he cried. I have this thing that you cannot touch me if I'm going through something, because if you touch me, then I will cry a lot, and I can't do that because I'm strong. This lady grabbed me and started praying in my ear, and I just cried. My principal said, you need to go home? Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stay here. I'm going to stay and I'm going to be here for my kids. And that's what I did. But I made sure that everybody else that needed to go home had the opportunity to go home. I made sure that everybody else that needed something, they got it. Never thought of myself. Because I'm strong, right? School year goes along, we keep going, holidays pass, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, my birthday, because you had to celebrate my birthday every January in the school. Because I don't take off on my birthday. My principal right there just wanted him to hear that. And everything's good. In February, my friend Keith is killed in a railroad accident. I was in school when I got that message. I went into my classroom, I dropped a tear, but I went to go pick up my kids from lunch. That's what I do because I'm strong. I gotta keep pushing through, I gotta keep moving. And in doing that, when I left school that day, I went to go visit his sister, who's a great friend of mine. And I also went to go visit his nephew, and I stayed out with them till about 1 o'clock because I had to make sure they were good. I went home, took a nap because it really wasn't a good sleep, and I got back up and I went to school the next day again. Because that's what I do. A week later, I was in North Bay with the 5th graders because our 5th grade teacher, mom, had a stroke and she was in recovery, so she didn't want to be there as long. So I told her I would take half the time with her. On that day, that Friday, when my girls were in the cafeteria getting ready for breakfast, I got a message. Khalil Weish and his mom were killed in a tragic car accident. Whew. His grandmother's here right now, so she's like, I left North Bay, head down 95. I didn't go home. I went to school. I sat in the parking lot for a while and I just looked at the building and I'm like, oh my gosh, why me? As I walked into the building, the PTO treasurer is coming towards me and I'm backing up and I'm like, don't touch me. Because if you touch me, I'm going to cry. Please don't touch me. She comes further, I run. Next thing I know, she grabs me. I feel so many hands embracing me and I'm just crying. My principal puts me in his office and he says, I think you should go. I can't go. My kids are upstairs. I wasn't here to break the news to them. I gotta go. So he went to do cafeteria duty. He told me, sit in the office and he would walk me upstairs. I took the back stairwells and I went upstairs to my class. When I walked into the room, my students were there. They were all tears in their eyes and they were looking at me and I just said, come on, we gonna get through this, and they hugged me. I stayed there all day with them, watched movies. I didn't teach. I'm still trying to process what's going on. I went to school that Monday to do activities with them. That Tuesday I took off, not because I felt like I needed to take off, because somebody that I care about told me that they were worried about me because so much has been happening to me and I've been pushing through. I still went to work the rest of the week and the funeral was on Saturday. Saturday night I developed a cough. But it was funny because I was at an event for my friend Keith where we were celebrating his life, and there was Navasha Day singing, there were libations, and as I kept coughing, I kept drinking more libations, because I believe that alcohol and cough, if you do them both at the same time, something will get suppressed, and I'm eating and nothing tastes right. I go home, I wake up Sunday morning, I go visit my family, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm gonna go to work Monday morning. I woke up Monday morning and could not get out the bed. As I tried to get ready, I threw up. I fell on the bathroom floor. I didn't know what was going on. I laid back in bed and I said, I can't make it today. But I'll be there tomorrow because that's what I do. If I take off one day, they know I'm sick, but I don't take off multiple days. Tuesday morning, I couldn't control my body functions. Wednesdays, I had chills. Thursday, I couldn't make it from here to there without almost out of breath. I had what was called a breakdown. I always thought that a nervous breakdown was when you were sitting in the corner going like this and rocking back and forth. I didn't realize that I had broke my body down because I had never processed all that I went through these past few months. I kept trying to be strong. I kept trying to be resilient. I kept trying to pick people up along. One of my heroes is Harriet Tubman, so I feel like, hey, if that's my hero, I gotta keep moving like she does it. I didn't realize that I had to take care of myself because as I was busy trying to be strong for everybody else, my star wasn't shining as bright as it could. My kids could not understand what was going on because I missed so much time from them because I was trying to cover up what I was dealing with. I had to deal with this. So one thing that I learned this year, and I really believe is my angel Khalil, who has taught me because he came into my life for a short time, is that I gotta take care of myself. If I don't take care of myself, I cannot be the effective teacher that I need to be for all my students. I love what I do and I love them, but if my star is dimmed, I can't shine bright for them. Thank you.